see myself. So the camera coming on, it still says, okay, now I'm live. All right. Hi, everyone. I hope this is working good. If we haven't met before, I'm Mike Hatzenbeeler. I'm the CEO of PROVAIL, and I want to welcome you to our virtual event tonight. Hope that you're at home and everybody with you is healthy and safe. Tonight, we were supposed to be gathering at the Seattle Marriott for our annual gala and auction, but instead, I'd like to welcome you to my home for a little while, actually my deck. Can't really recreate the scene at the Marriott, but I hope you're comfortable. Have a beverage. Maybe you're using the cocktail recipe that Ken Gray shared with us earlier. Maybe you have your s'mores or other snacks handy. I've got my campfire, so I'll have my s'mores later. I'd like to start by thanking you for taking the time away from whatever's become your new normal to log in and join me tonight. Many of you are longtime friends and donors, and I want to sincerely thank you for being a part of the PROVAIL family. If this is your first time connecting with PROVAIL, welcome. I bet you'll remember this introduction. To our board of directors, thank you so much for your time and attention, for your guidance and counsel, especially during this challenging time for us. To the PROVAIL staff, thank you for being so dedicated to our mission and your clients that you've worked through all the uncertainty and the anxiety this situation has brought to us. It is the greatest pleasure for me to get to work with you every day. Thank you so much for everything that you do. So most of us have been at home for some time. And when we're at home, we're out of our normal routine and we're not able to see the people that we normally see regularly. It's easy to feel disconnected and not included. We're disconnected from the richness in our lives that comes from community. We're disconnected from engaging communication with others because the virtual form doesn't always cut it. And we're disconnected from the social identity that so many of us derive from going to our workplace every day. In the video snippets that we've sent out this week and the full video that you'll get to watch after this, several people, including some of our clients, have shared how this health crisis has impacted them, how it's made them feel isolated and disconnected. And they make the point that isolation is what many people with disabilities experience every day. Not only do we want you to get an opportunity tonight to understand that isolation from the perspective of a person with a disability, but we also want you to understand how essential it is to have an organization like PROVAIL that is helping break through that isolation. We support about 1,000 clients each year across our 3 program areas. We're connecting people in our clinic to specialized technology for mobility and communication. Today, we serve over 300 clients per year in our clinical program, but there are 200 people waiting to get services, which tells you how great the need is and how unique our services are. We're also connecting people to the right jobs in the community. Today, we support over 550 individuals, and we work with 350 employers in our supported employment program, which is the largest supported employment program in King County. And we're supporting people to live and engage in the community in our residential program according to their own choices. Today, we support over 90 adults with complex disabilities in 25 residential homes. Unfortunately, much of the work that we typically do to support our clients is on hold right now. Some is being done remotely. Our funding from reimbursements and fee-for-services work is down and likely to stay down for some time. It's likely that many individuals with disabilities who had been working in the community will be unemployed for some time. Schools that we typically work with are still trying to figure out how to support students with disabilities to continue their learning in this new environment. The state budget is being hammered by the COVID crisis, and budget cuts for critical services are definitely coming. The crisis that our communities are facing is particularly acute for people with disabilities who are seeing the barriers to inclusion that they normally see get higher and deeper every day. And the public funding crisis that we're seeing will be especially challenging for organizations like PROVAIL that rely on the state budget to fund our work. We're eager to get back to work, to our full scope of work, helping our clients reconnect to their jobs and their communities. But the reality is we will need your help and the help of the entire community to help make that happen. So even though we aren't gathering for a gala tonight and auctioning off some fun trips and experiences, we need your generous support now more than ever to ensure that we can continue to blaze that trail to inclusion. So tonight we've got a fundraising goal of $125,000, which is a stretch goal for our first virtual event, but I think we can get there. One thing that will help us get there is that we have a generous matching challenge tonight from a group of corporate partners who've agreed to match all donations of $500 or more up to $36,000. So if you give $500 tonight, PROVAIL gets $1,000. Your donation of $1,000 tonight brings $2,000 to PROVAIL. And this challenge is led by three incredibly generous corporate sponsors. I want to recognize them. The law firm of Cozen O'Connor, where PROVAIL board member Terry Sutton works, D.A. Davidson, where former board member Doug Durbin works, and law firm Ogden Murphy Wallace, where PROVAIL board member Don Black works. Thank you so much to these great supporters and the organizations they work for. Additional support for the challenge comes from another group of great organizations, Kaiser Permanente, the Tulalip Tribe's Charitable Contributions, Union Bank, First Choice Health, KDH Consulting, Travelers, United Healthcare, Alliant Insurance Services, CVS Caremark, Columbia Bank, the Enterprise Holding Foundation, FIA Group, and Chubb Insurance. Thank you to all of these companies and our good friends who work for them. We appreciate it. There are a few other exciting challenges tonight that I want to let you know about. If you make a gift of $250, you'll be entered into a drawing for 2 round-trip tickets anywhere that Alaska Airlines flies once we get a chance to start flying places again. Thank you, Alaska Airlines. We also have a limited supply of these great PROVAIL Blazing the Trail to Inclusion camp mugs for people who give at the $100 level. I know that some of you have already donated this week, and we are grateful for your support. Thank you very, very much. But if you feel inspired tonight and you want to give again at any amount, we would be so appreciative of that. So now I'd like to invite you to sit back and watch our video. When I get done, you'll just click play on the video below me on your screen. Again, this is a little different format, a little different video than we normally share with you, but I think it's appropriate for the times. After the video rolls, I hope you'll consider joining us with a donation to PROVAIL. There's a Donate Now button on the page you can use at any time, and I would just ask you to be as generous as you can be. We'll be announcing our fundraising total tomorrow night at 5 o'clock. So thank you again for joining me tonight, for your generous support of PROVAIL, and for being a part of our work to blaze the trail to inclusion for children and adults with disabilities in our community. Be safe. Stay healthy. Good night.